All right, so our good friends over at Akai has just released a statement the other day saying that they're going to push back the beta release, and I know some of you guys are a little upset. But to be totally honest, I think it's a good thing, and we're going to talk about it today.
Bolo!
All right, listen, I know a lot of you guys are frustrated. I get it. But the same frustrations that you guys have without getting the update, I'm having the same frustrations even though I have the update, because they have something very crucial that does not work in the update yet. And I've already talked about it. So for all of you guys who are like, we want to get the update right now, we want to be able to get the beta release, I'm telling you guys right now, it's probably best that they wait, try to fix a few more things on it, and then release it to the beta, because I know once you guys get it, y'all are going to point out so many different things that has already been pointed out already. It's going to be a lot of frustrations with it. People are going to, oh, I want to leave Akai, or I want to do this and I want to do that. I get it, but it's not ready. It's not ready yet. It's almost there. It's almost there to be released, but the new 3.0 update for the beta, for the public beta, is not ready yet. And one of the main reasons why is, even though I know that Akai is really trying to do the software thing where they're trying to make everything like a, trying to make the MPC like an all-in-one unit where you got the sounds in here, you can do everything inside of it, work it like it's a DAW and all that good stuff. We still have to understand that the backbone of the MPC is using it with other MIDI devices, using it as a standalone unit. That's the backbone of Akai. It's a hardware instrument that controls other hardware. And if we're not able to control other hardware using MIDI, then what do we got going on here? Like, to be honest, I understand that you can hook it up to a computer now. I understand that you can produce, in the computer using VSTs and stuff like that. But the basis of using the Music Production Center is to be able to use this thing in a way to where we can use it with other pieces of equipment. Right now, we can't do that, okay? I can use MIDI on here and control my other synthesizers, but there is an issue. The main issue that I have is if I try to use it with my MSB and LSB banks, as soon as I press play, it almost like gives like a gap before it starts playing. It's like a stutter before it starts playing. Don't know why it's doing that. Been working with them. They've been giving me ideas and stuff like that. But right now, with the newest beta release they have, it's still doing the same thing. So, of course, now I got to go back and forth with that. The other thing is they have a few things they got to work with some of the plugins that are inside of there. Okay, cool. And they have another thing dealing with MIDI. Even if you do not use the MSB and LSB to control your sounds or control certain things inside of your board, they still have a volume issue when you add another track. The volumes on, it's sending some type of MIDI message to the boards where it's making the volumes doing something really funky. So that's the main thing. A lot of us that have MPCs, especially using the older units to now, we use it in a way to where we control our external keyboards with the MPC. And if we cannot use MIDI effectively, then what are we doing? So yes, I'm cool with the 3.0 software. I'm cool with all the sounds you can put in here. I'm cool with you making key groups. I'm cool with the way you can add the drums in there. I'm cool with, putting it out to where we can now use it in a linear form and all that stuff like that. I believe they're going to bring back the track mutes and everything. So that's a cool thing to look forward to. But we have to be able to use this with our other MIDI devices effectively. And if we cannot do that, then what are we doing? The backbone of this unit is to control other devices. That's what made the MPC so special, because you could control other devices and then put your drums in there and sequence everything, then run it through, and it would have that powerful swing to it. It would have that power of how your drums would come out in it, because it's just something about that MPC sound with your drums, like everything just sounds bigger and better. But if we cannot control our MIDI external devices the way we used to, That's the issue. Because in the last update, I believe it's the 2.15 update, it's no problem. I can go back to that other 2.5 update, and I have no problems with it. But ever since this 3.0 came out, from day one, it's been an issue with MIDI. Don't know what's going on. And they have been talking back and forth. Like, it's been a good interaction. We're trying to figure this thing out. Don't know why certain things are triggering, but it's still doing it. And I've had other people who have the update say the same thing. You know what I'm saying? When they try to do it a certain way. But, you know, we got to figure this out amongst the people who have it and, you know, with Akai. But for all of y'all who are wanting to get the new update, just please be patient, because if they roll this thing out, and there's a ton of people who have external gear, if they roll this thing out and that issue is not working right, it's going to be a slew of people saying a whole bunch of negative stuff. Okay. And I would rather me go through this than for you guys to have to go through it. Okay. Everything else in it is cool. I like everything else about it. There's a few little tweaks and stuff that they got to do, but mostly I would say 90% of it is good. But without the MIDI aspect being right, we have a problem, because that's what the MPC was made for. It was made to control other devices, made to sequence with other devices in a standalone way. And I don't want to lose that. And I'm pretty sure a lot of older producers don't want to deal with that either. Now, sampling and everything is cool. That's still fine. All that's still cool. But right now, the way it is with the MIDI, it's got to be fixed. It's got to be a way that they can get this done, maybe on the next update or whatever. I'm going to, of course, be going back and forth and sending certain things over. But until that gets done, this 3.0 is not ready yet. It's not ready. It's a little frustrating to you guys. I get it, but it's very frustrating to me, because I really want to use it on projects, but I can't because of the MIDI situation. So you guys just hold on. Stay tuned to the updates that me and a whole bunch of other content creators are going to be telling you guys. And we're going to be telling you the good with the bad, because there's a lot of good as well. It's not just all bad. There's a lot of good. But just stay up to date with what we're saying and what we're trying to show you guys ahead of schedule. So when this thing does roll out, you will have a smooth introduction to it. And that way you can get to learn it really fast. It's not much to really learn. It's a few things that look a little different, but they made this thing to work very well. It's a little different, but it's going to be all good. But just give it a little bit of time. Trust me. Trust me. Just give it a little bit of time. All right, so I hope this video was informative. Hope you guys learned something from it. And like I always say, peace out.